Alright, it's Halloween, so let's go with the cliche while I drink some blood. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Jose here again to talk about some spooky reads for Halloween, because that's what everyone is doing now. And I've got a couple of half-baked ideas for the next couple of videos, but they haven't fully materialized yet. And it's a long weekend here, so I'm going to be going away to visit my parents, take the kids, and so on. So I just wanted to leave something behind until I come up with something more sort of meaty next week. But hopefully you'll find something of interest in this video here. So talk about spooky reads. Now, gotta come out up front, say it first. I only consume horror in short story format. That's the only way I conceive horror. I do not understand, comprehend an 800-page horror book. It's goodbye Stephen King, as you know, not horror, unless Pet Cemetery. But anyway, what kind of short, did you speak any short story horror anthology, and you can do no wrong, in my opinion. Ramsaycampbell, quite a nice one. However, off late, I've been getting into the Nice House on the Lake comic by James Tynion IV. I don't know why the fourth. Well, I'm assuming it comes after the third, but it's weird to call yourself the fourth. And Alvaro Martinez Bueno on the pencils and inks. Which is great, because in a couple of weeks' time I'm off to the Madrid Comic Con, and I'm hoping to get it signed by the two of them, or at least one of them. And it's this sort of the setup, the premise. Some people have been chosen to survive the Holocaust, end of the world, apocalypse thing, and why and where are they in this nice house on the lake, and what's going to happen? Don't quite know, because we've only got the first volume out so far, but it does look promising, and if you're into that sort of thing, I would say give it a go. One that I've talked about before in the channel a long time ago, but didn't get very many views, but one of my favorites is the comic series Twisted Dark. Now the concept of Twisted Dark is short stories with a dark twist at the end. Who would have thought? But the beauty of it is that as you read through the different volumes, all the characters sort of merged and they thread together, and they are all interlinked somehow. And I met the creator, Ian Gibson, no relation to Mel Gibson, as he's very fond of saying, but he's got this massive spreadsheet, because he's got background in engineering, where all the characters mapped out and how they link to each other, and I really enjoy. I mean, he did the first 6 volumes, took a break to work on other projects, but apparently season 2 is coming soon, so you can check it out at TPub, the website. I'll try to link in the description below, and they are top notch. It's an indie publisher. I think there is digital versions of the comics. I really enjoy them, really enjoy them. Discovered them almost by accident at the London Comic Con, and I'm a fan. Then again, if you follow me a little bit, you know I'm not a big fan of audiobooks, because it just doesn't quite do it for me. And then controversially, I don't consider audiobooks to be reading, but that's purely because my mind cannot concentrate and follow the thread for a longer time. However, there is one in the Venn diagram of audiobooks and horror enjoyment. There's a little intersection there for me. The Horrorhill podcast. Fantastic. It can be hit or miss, because every episode you get 2 or 3 different horror stories, and some really hit the nail on the head, and some fall a little bit flat. Obviously you're going to have that, because after, if you're going to read or listen to, as the case may be, possibly by now I'm almost done with season 2. There's how many, possibly almost 100 horror stories, you're not going to enjoy all of them. But there's sufficiently abundantly good material in there to give it a go. It's exceptionally well produced. The ambience music, the narrator of the first few seasons, because I think it changed later, but Jason Hill is a fantastic narrator, and I sometimes really enjoy, if I'm going for a long run, download an episode, listen to a couple of horror stories as I'm running, or sometimes when I'm driving in the car and I'm by myself, I'll play it there, and it's really good and it's really enjoyable, and most definitely I think it's an easy one to give it a go and dip your toes, and you got the podcast there, you dip in and out whenever you feel like, and it does really feel very fulfilling and satisfying. Needless to say, I would recommend H.P. Lovecraft. That's an oldie but a very goodie, so there's no need to mention that here. And quite possibly you haven't done so. I did a review of the full series, but the first 2-3 volumes of the Saga of the Swamp Thing by Alan Moore are really good. Possibly much more so the second and third volumes once it hits the stride. Is the concept of this very dark, murky, twisted, horrific underworld that inhabits the surface of the DC universe with Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and all these people, but underneath they've been this world of demons and horrors and stuff. It's really appealing and entertaining. So if you can, do yourself a favor and grab the Saga of the Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. Anyway, short video. I haven't really worked that much on it, but I wanted to put something out there because I'm going to be traveling, and also I'll be doing the discussion, the first book in the Age of Madness trilogy by Joe Abercrombie with Jolien, Steve and Raph. Never met him, but looks like a cool dude, and that's going to be over at Jolien's channel, so I'll leave a link in the description below. As usual, thank you everyone ever so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Always welcome. Take loads and loads of care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.